Accessibility tab menu narration option is set to off is selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to a servers.
This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game, this running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. Bluff Bothwell. Both these teams love to keep it on the ground, and they have guys who can carry the load.
This game is going to come down to who can run the ball and who can stop the run. We can talk a lot about these being the two best running backs or two of the best in the entire country, but David, these run defenses, man, are no joke.
Dude, you are speaking my language. Like, you got me so excited, man. The QB over here talking about run fit.
Makes a grab and room to run. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Here's a gift to Bothwell. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Out wide right, it's Porter. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Down he goes.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Drops back. It's Henderson. Fires to the right. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And that's something you're always worried about. The first drive, it's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshman settling in a tough environment on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career. There's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside, and I'm saying, hey, listen, interceptions are going to happen. Let's get that one out of
Wide open spaces. The 40. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first.
Snags it, and he's open. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking for a man, it's Henderson. Buying time to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Drops back on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a gap. It's White. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack.
3-yard and 7. They give it back to him. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Sends it back in motion. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's White. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Wants to throw. It's Pruitt. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Fresh set of downs going up top. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. 2nd and long here. The play fake. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Quarterback changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. Finds a seam. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown tie. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Makes the grab. can dance around and look for space, or he can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out wide left, it's Wilson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
3rd and long coming up. Back to throw, it's Pruitt. Going to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Searching for space. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Alabama sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got...
Going for it all. Almost had a pick in the end zone.
And that's exactly what I would do, too. Why would I not keep throwing that dude the football? I know it was incompletion, but he has had a day. He's been cooking this secondary, and they've tried to find ways to get him the ball because he has been so dynamic today.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Really nice run there. Listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Extending the play. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Back to throw, it's Henderson. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
I guess no run plays involved here. Like 1st and goal, sack. 2nd and goal, sack. This offense, they're going the wrong direction. They got to find some way to get the football out of their quarterback's hands. Throw it to a playmaker. Throw it to the...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's loose down the left side. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school.
Makes the grab in their space. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to pass, it's Pruitt. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Middle of the end zone, he's got it! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Crimson Tide sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Pass is incomplete, and that's gonna do it for the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the hat. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. On the move from inside his spot. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now because of the pass completion. It's 1st and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing Russell. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
So they got nothing on the last play. Here's 3rd and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey, guys, here on the Florida sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win, and he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Snowed under by the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Moving the pocket, it's Pruitt. Just gets rid of that one.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Making his first move. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Under pressure. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Made the... Pick was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Ball is loose. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process.
Lucky you are correct. That's one of those things when the ball pops out, it literally looks like it's a GIF or it's in slow motion, and the ball takes 13 seconds to hit the ground and get out of bounds. The offense was counting every second. Thank goodness got the big break, and now still has the chance to go take the lead in this ball game.
And the Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the reds.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on 2nd down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Sets his feet, it's Russell. Looking left. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. On second and 10, he's full wide out set, trips right. He's changing the play. Second down, going to throw it. Still looking to his right. He'll pull it down and run. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Russell. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. Wide open, he makes the catch. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmaker. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
Deep in the end zone, it's Lloyd. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Gives it. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Rides to the back. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Down the seam. Lots of room to run. The 40. At the 30. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Man, that's a really good job by this quarterback. Seeing the spacing. Running back starts to creep down the field. He delivers it to him, and man, is he fun to watch. That dude catches the football every...
Touchdown, Gator! They move on top here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Throwing Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Wide receivers all over the place, trips to the left on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Rushes on. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And that is one the quarterback is going to wish he had back. Receiver wide open, and he just threw it way too far out in front of him. He's never gotten into a rhythm, guys. This is one of the more talented guys in the entire country, and he's way under 50% completions in this game.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Fourth quarter, obviously trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his
looking for a deep man. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. 4 wideout set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Keelan Russell. They're working that left side.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Oh, man, that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air, and forcing the ginormous turnover.
Here comes the heat. Takes the easy completion. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Pruitt. He's got him in the flat. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes that Alabama offense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Russell. They're all over him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The penalty pushes the offense back for this second down. To throw, it's Russell. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He wants a big play here late. A full dive to haul that one in. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Throwing Russell. Look out. Gets away, still looking. He's going to run it. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, But he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Maybe didn't like that play call on 3rd and 2. Instead, they'll call a timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a catch and stride inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot in.
He caught it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he makes the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're
going to take a shot. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Moves the pocket. It's Pruitt. Here's a throw downfield late. Snags it up the 30 and still running. He's loose. Touchdown, Florida. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
How about the Hail Mary? Listen, you're supposed to throw that thing way up in the air. He puts it up in the air high. The defender, you're not supposed to try to catch it. You're supposed to knock it down. It gets deflected. And how about the concentration by the receiver to catch the football, make the play with all those bodies around him.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they find a way to get things.